Okay, good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the infield at Coors Field. Are y'all having a good time tonight? Our last award of the night is our namesake award. It's the Hal O'Leary Award. This award honors an outstanding individual with a disability who has significantly contributed to his or her community through athletic achievement, leadership, and dedication to the development of awareness of individuals with disabilities. And we're going to invite him up right now to talk a little bit more about it and say a few words to you all. Hal, you want to come on up? Hal O'Leary, ladies and gentlemen.
What a night. It's been very emotional, but very real. I would also like to say the gentleman that's getting my award, the Hal O'Leary Award, is an incredible man. What an inspiration his story is. And what I'll do is thank you for coming. I will leave the stage and let you have him up here and watch his video first, and you will see what I'm saying about it. A great man. Let's give everyone a big hand.
I was snowboarding. I went over a jump and thought I was just gonna land and keep going. Middle of the air is like someone grabbed my snowboard and pulled me back. So I was laying almost on my back, and I could have did a backflip, and that's what I was thinking. There's 1.5 feet, 2 foot of powder out because it just snowed. And I was thinking, you know what? I'll just roll with it, get up and go. I hit the ground, and it felt like a rock or something hit me right in the spine, and I'm paralyzed about right here. So I watched my legs just. I was trying to stop them, but it was like a light switch. Just bam, snapped the ground. When they told me I was paralyzed, I didn't know the extent of it either. Like, I didn't know all the side effects that came around with it. But I thought, sure, I mean, really, you can get out of my room telling me that I'm paralyzed and basically I'm not going to walk again. I didn't like hearing those words, but it was very depressing.
It was a rough road when he'd gotten his accident. You know, he kind of didn't want to go on. He wanted it to end right there. You know, it was hard for him.
This nurse told me, you could sit here and tell me this sucks, and I can tell you this sucks, and we go back and forth. Or you could say, you know what, this sucks once, live your life. If you get something back, then great. But you might as well live it as, you know, happy, as positive as you possibly can. So I kind of took that to heart, and from that day on, when I see things, if I have adversity that comes along in my life, I really don't dwell on it. Kind of, you know what? This is not going good, or there's a problem that comes up, look at it once and I move on.
The challenges that he faced, they would slow down a lesser man. But Robert met it all head on, and he figured there's nothing he couldn't do.
I was at Craig Hospital, and they had some hand cycles out one day, and I thought, man, I'd like to go on a ride. So that day, I think I went on like a 20-mile ride, and I had a brace on and everything, and it was a long ways. Came back, and I was like, wow, I'd like to get into this.
He is competitive and he is driven. He's always looking for ways to improve.
Softball team was started. I kind of got that handed right to me about 4 years ago. They needed someone to take it over, so I started managing it. I do play for them, the Colorado Rockies. Last year we started helped start a kids program for them, so they have like a junior Rockies, and that was really rewarding. We didn't have a lot of kids coming out, but the 2 or 3 that did, it was pretty amazing to see them come out and actually play. Actually, a couple years ago, Buddy and mine were talking about playing wheelchair football, so next thing you know, put it together, and we started a wheelchair team, the Willing Broncos. And that's kind of cool because try to incorporate able-bodied people, athletes, and with the disabled, and we'll put them all in wheelchairs, and it's like backyard football. Everyone has fun and they get to see what it's like to be in a chair. Rolling Nuggets, they have a basketball team. I've been playing for them for like the last 4 years. Pretty much do a lot of different sports. Like I just started getting into golf, play wheelchair tennis once in a while, kayaking, and everything else I possibly do. So
it's great to see that he's helping other people, you know, come out of that.
He's very engaged in the community at large, and he's really willing to just talk to anybody. So I guess that's the, kind of the definition of being involved in the community.
And the things he does to inspire people, he makes you do things. Okay, you want to do it. You say you're going to do it. Don't just talk about it. Let's go do it. And he holds you to it. And that's kind of the way Robert is. He's good at motivating.
The confidence that you build through team sports is really important. Not just for me, for kids, or just anybody that gets hurt. Don't dwell on the small things. Just look at the problem once, take the good out of it, and move forward from there. I'm Robert Lynn, recipient of the 2012 Hal O'Leary Award.
Please welcome to the stage your Hal O'Leary Award recipient, Robert Lynn.
Is this on? I'm not used to sitting here without rolling around, so give me a second. First, I do want to say thank you to everybody here for coming out. Also, Hal O'Leary, thank you for everything you've done over the years. I mean, you're talking decades of just raising awareness for people with disabilities. Yeah, and it's amazing that you don't even have a disability and you actually done that. I want to thank the Colorado Rockies and their charity fund. Can I take this off? Yeah. All right, I want to thank the Colorado Rockies and their charity fund for everything they have done. Thanks to Cookie for nominating me. I really didn't know I was even nominated for this award. An amazing thing is, when I got the call from the Rockies saying I won the Hal O'Leary Award, I was nominated, but then I won the award. First thing I thought was one of my cousins were playing a joke on me. So then I thought about it for another day, and I'm thinking all the people I would actually give this award to that I know. And there's a lot. So it took about a week for this to actually set in, and it's nice it makes it extra special that just from me living my life and do what I do every day that I could win such an honor. So thank you for that. I want to thank my family for coming and supporting me. Bill and Isaac, thanks for those kind words. That was nice. Over the years, I needed an extra player to come out, or I needed someone to just help out an event, or someone to go on a 50-mile bike ride in a storm. And it's always my cousins, Vince, Rob, or Mike, that showed up, so thank you guys too. Appreciate that. I want to congratulate everybody here that has won an award. You guys are all inspiring. It's pretty amazing. The other person I actually want to thank is Corey Fairbanks for starting the Colorado Adaptive Sports Foundation. That program is it's like right on. I mean, I know firsthand that there's a couple adaptive sports teams. They're just hanging on by a thread, and it's such a relief to have an organization that's actually going to help out with that. So thank you. Now, this is great. I have the ability to play a lot of different sports, and that through all of it, when I first started, I thought, I'm going to just play these sports, and it's more just because of me. I did hand cycling. I pretty much, you've seen it up there, pretty much tried everything. But what I actually learned over the years running an organization like the Rolling Rockies and how hard it is, and just playing and volunteering for kids that are playing sports, is I get to see the hidden benefits that people don't really realize, except for Corey and other people that are in the situation. But these benefits, these are kids that come in and they're shy, they're scared. They have fear for life. They have fear of what people are going to think. But they get into these programs, to team sports, and it's like night or day. You give it a season or two, and these kids come out with confidence. They come out with social skills. They know how to compete. These are life lessons that they're going to need to succeed.
And that's, to me, is what adaptive sports is about. It's also the guy that's built his life, and he gets a life-changing disability. He has to learn everything over. He has to know how to sit up, get in a chair, push around. He loses everything he has. And it could be a woman, too. They lose everything. Lose their confidence, their self-worth. But through team sports, you get them in there, and they're playing for a season or two. Their confidence comes back. Their self-worth comes back. You see them around in the community, helping other people. They're playing sports for organizations. But what they're doing is actually becoming productive members of society again. And to me, that, again, is what adaptive sports is all about. So we could play sports. I love to play them. I love the competition. But it's the hidden benefits that not everyone sees that makes me do what I do. And playing sports is one thing, and a lot of these organizations, that's what we do. We play sports, but what we actually do is we change lives. And that, to me, is what it's about. So thank you for everybody coming. I wish I had a longer speech, and I could give you some motivation here about everything else, which I could have had more time. But thanks, and thank you for this award. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Robert. How about one more round of applause for all of our award recipients tonight? So inspiring, every single one of them, every one of those stories. It's a great night.